And good morning. It is October 7th here in cloudy and rainy Pittsburgh today. That's some really good coffee. Damn fine coffee. Yeah, I've decided to stop giving myself a hard time with I was for a little while. When you try to operate as at least semi-professional speaker, you work hard at getting rid of ums and ahs and other pauses. Sometimes it's just a natural part of speech as your brain kind of kicks around. Because I'm not working from a script here. This is just extemporaneous. I come in with some ideas and I just kind of chat. Yeah. All right. So this is Big Irish Recovery and other stuff. Number 15. It feels good out here. It really does. You know, the rain hasn't really kicked in 100% yet. It has rained, but we're going to be getting more, and we need it. We've got a serious dry spell going on here. Of course, almost every place I know has a dry spell going on. And we shan't get into climate change arguments here. There really isn't an argument, but some people think there is. Feel good. Still feeling really good. Things are going very well. Yes, I'm growing a beard. Stacy likes it, and I don't have to shave as intently. I mean, yeah, I gotta keep the neck beard off, but yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Things are going well. My project Navarone, which I'll start sharing some pictures of once I've done a little bit more with it, is turning out pretty well. Project Navarone, what the heck's he talking about? You'll see. Just remember, I love toys and always have. Got some serious writing and creative work done yesterday, like serious. Really back in the groove there. Gaming group potential is dramatically increased. So yeah, things are good. And here comes the recovery aspect. Because when you're distracted, when you've got lots of cool things going on, or at least things that are taking up your time in a non-negative way, right? Sometimes you just got a life. And then while that's not necessarily joyful, it's productive. And it doesn't have to be, shouldn't be all that stressful. Do what you can when you can. There's always that moment around the corner. And it's something that a person in recovery has to be hyper aware of. And I still am. I don't live in fear, because that's not helpful. That just adds unhappiness and stress. And that's kind of the point. Alleviate that. Put it at bay. Not let it take over your life. So, yeah. But being aware, being cautious, you gotta. We all should be aware of that moment around the corner, that tragedy. Talk about appropriate noises. Yeah, this guy, it's clear he's chasing someone, trying to get him to stop. Happens all the time around here. Wow, okay, maybe I'm wrong. They're coming into the neighborhood. Yep, and it's an ambulance. I'm not entirely sure why they're bleeping like that. Either run it or don't. But anyway. Always around the corner, there's something. A tragedy. A severe difficulty. A disappointment. Disappointment can be really rough. You're like anticipating something, you put a lot of joy into it, and then it falls apart, and that joy just disappears. And what are you left with? This really ugly, empty, unhappy feeling. It's always there. And it's gonna happen. There's gonna be something that comes up that will sink you for a little bit. And for the addict, the first response is the bottle. Pills, or a bottle of alcohol, or whatever your drug of choice is, the paraphernalia for it. I'll only do a little bit just to get past this moment. Good luck. I've heard it's possible. AA will tell you it's absolutely not, but it is. I've done it in the past, not well. So my point being, ultimately, once you get used to that being the way you deal with unhappiness, stress, disappointment, anger, whatever, that's your go-to. And then you have to keep doing more. I mean, coffee, but it's not the same thing. I know some people would say it is. Caffeine! Okay, you know what? I'm not drinking. But yeah, you've got to be prepared. You have to have tools that you are ready to go to in those moments. You got to be ready to call someone. For many people, it's a sponsor or a mentor. For me, it's a list of amazing human beings who have striven to understand all about this, or do directly understand from personal experience. And they're my call list. They're my parking lot list. Parking lot list is, you're in the parking lot of a bar or a liquor store, and you're planning to get something to drink, and you call them instead. I haven't had to tap into that yet. Well, that's not true. Did once. Worked out fine. Breathing is my thing. I've talked about it time and time again. I'm just going to repeat. It's really simple. There's multiple. There's the Navy SEALs box breathing. That's a good one. But for me, what I was taught and what works really well for me is 4 deep in, hold 2, out 6. So it goes like this. In, hold 2, out 4, out 6. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's hard to say it when you're doing it, but especially the breathing part. When you're breathing in, you can't talk, or at least I can't. But anyway, you get the idea. Do that about 4 or 5 times. See where you are then. If you're still on edge, you're still not where you feel like you need to be, then maybe it's time for a phone call or another round. Each person is different. Each person will come to understand. Go for that walk, open up that video game, just something that distracts you other than giving into your addiction. Usually what happens is when you give into the addiction, you're not necessarily distracting yourself. You're probably still wallowing in whatever's bothering you. You're just in a different head and heart space with it. So it's not even that good at distraction. All it's good at is deadening, and only for a little while. Are there things that happen that you do have to deal with? Yes. But you can't deal with them if you're completely overwhelmed. And then if you get completely stoned, drunk, drugged out, whatever, you're not dealing with it. You're not going to be able to function. Good example. When my mom was going into extreme care that turned into hospice and then resulted ultimately in her passing away, I broke on the way, literally in an airport halfway to Atlanta, um, and then the little bottles on the airplane. And so there I was at my brother's house, and he and his family had to deal with me being basically drunk. I mean, I was not entirely intrusive, but it was not good. But they made the decision, along with my doctor's input, that they were just going to feed me alcohol so that I wasn't going into DTs while Ben basically had to take over. Now, I literally turned everything over to him while I was there. I was supposed to be in charge. No, couldn't do it. Turned it all over to him. He forgave me, but I know it still carries the trauma and the stress of that. And I apologize again, Ben, and Bray, and family. But yeah, I checked out, and therefore was not able to do what needed to be done in any effective manner. So, there's a hardcore personal example. There are other things I could have and should have done. Could have, should have. We all know how that is. But nonetheless, I should have. I should have spent time breathing. I should have spent time on the phone constantly with people who were there for me and loved me and cared for me. Instead of shutting off and ducking out, I should have called people and talked and talked and talked and talked. Should have found people on the airplane to chat with. I'm really good at that, actually. So there you go. All right, that's enough. Things are cool. Silver Star's coming along. I'm working on my project Navarone, and I got some other things I'm playing around with. So hope it's a good day for you, and hope you have a great rest of your week. As always, peace, love, out.